This is 5 on your side at 4. Focused on you.
Right now at 4, lightning sparks a huge fire at a home in St. Charles County. Now we're learning more about the response and the rescue. That fire happened during a storm that raced through New Melle Tuesday afternoon. Good evening, I'm Brent Solomon.
And I'm Kay Quinn. Fortunately, no one was home at the time. 5 on your side's Justina Coronel has new details tonight from the fire chief.
A scary situation for a family in New Melle after lightning hit their home. The New Melle Fire Protection District responded to the 1700 block of Morrison Lane yesterday afternoon before 3. The fire crews arrived to this. New Melle Fire Chief Dan Casey said the large home was filled with flames and smoke. Investigators noticed the chimney exploded and the bricks were in the front yard, which indicated it was most likely struck by lightning. He said there were some challenges in this process too, since they were limited with the amount of fire hydrants in the area. They had to use about 4 tankers, which holds 3,000 gallons apiece. Fire crews searched the second floor and learned no one was home. And when they made their way to the first floor, they saw dog beds.
They were able to locate one dog. Right when they found it, the ceiling had collapsed. So once the ceiling had collapsed, the dog was then trapped between the ceiling space and a wall separate from the door. So the firefighters made a quick decision and they literally ran through the fire to grab the dog and brought the dog back through the fire and got it out of the home.
The National Weather Service tells me homes that are on a hill or in higher areas are more susceptible to be hit by lightning. And while yesterday's storm wasn't a major storm, they say lightning is still a threat. Reporting in New Melle, Justina Coronel, 5 on your side.
The fire chief said they are building another fire station nearby with advanced technology. He says it will allow crews to respond to scenes even faster. Well, the Weather First team tracking our next round of severe weather.
Oh boy, Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell is on the road for us today. He's live at the Legacy Center in North St. Louis County, teaching kids about the weather. Hey there, Scott.
That's right. You know, Brent and Kay, this is going to be a fun and exciting afternoon. For the next 2 hours here at the Legacy Center, there are a plethora of meteorologists in here. Many of our friends from the National Weather Service are here. Lots of experiments, lots of demonstrations. Tracy Hinson is here getting set up to make clouds in a bottle, and we've got stickers, we've got pins. One thing you need to know is that, woo, we got an instantaneous cloud, just like that, boom. Fortunately, outside, the clouds that we have, just a few of them, are not causing us any issues today. But there are some problems on the way. I want to let you know that everything is nice and quiet right now. That's a look out into Chesterfield at this moment. We're in the upper 60s, close to 70 degrees. You're already beginning to see the signs, though, of changes out to our west as we see some showers and some rumbles of thunder trying to develop across the plains. But we have no problems around here this evening. So if you have any evening outdoor activities, you'll need a light jacket. Temperatures are going to be dropping back to around 60 by the time we get to about 9 o'clock tonight. Our severe weather threat returns on Friday. Mostly west of St. Louis the way it looks right now, and especially later in the day. Now, we kind of time things out. What are we talking about on Friday? Well, we think there will be morning showers and storms. Those early storms should not be severe. The afternoon and evening storms, they're the ones to watch. The timing on those between 4 and 11 and some intense storms are possible. Now let's jump ahead to the severe weather risk for Saturday. It's mostly farther north and west of us, back over mid-Missouri into northeast Missouri. Think Saturday we're going to be okay. On Sunday, though, another threat returns. That one may be the one that's a bigger impact across the bi-state area. So we'll be turning our attention this weekend to severe weather. But if you want to know more, if your kids want to know more about severe weather, Normandale High School is not too far away. This is the Legacy Center, Normandale Drive. Very easy to find. Happening until 6 o'clock tonight. Fun weather experiments right here. So we hope to see a lot of kids. They're going to open the doors in just a few minutes. We know upstairs, just behind the doors, a whole bunch of kids are ready to come in here and swarm the area to learn more about weather and talk with some meteorologists. And we're here this afternoon. We'll send it back to you in the studio for now.
And those students are fortunate to have them.
Yeah, they've got the best teachers, right?
They sure do. Guess what? Your Weather First forecast is always available. All you have to do is text the word weather to 314-425-5355.
A former Metro East teacher who tried to kill a teenager nearly 20 years ago is out of prison today. Sam Shelton was paroled after serving 17 years of his 20-year sentence. In 2006, he strangled Ashley Reeves with a belt and left her for dead in a park in Belleville. Police later found Reeves alive. According to the Department of Corrections, Shelton will serve 3 years on parole. 5 on Your Side's Megan Kernan is getting reaction to his release. Look for her report tonight on 5 on Your Side at 5 and 6.
Well, in just the past 30 minutes now, we've gotten an update on a shooting in South St. Louis. Around 7 this morning, police were called to South Spring Avenue near Taft. That's in the Dutchtown neighborhood. They found a woman shot. The victim told police a man broke into the front window of her apartment and began demanding money. When she left the living room, the man shot at her and got away. The victim was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. And just hours ago, the city's top cop pushing back against a proposed law to change who runs the St. Louis Police Department.
This morning, Chief Robert Tracy testified during a state Senate hearing on a bill that would give the state control over the police department. The state proposal would require the governor to create a new state police board. It would be made up of the St. Louis mayor and 4 other appointed members who would operate the department. A police spokesman says Chief Tracy has voiced support for local control.
In the various agencies that he's worked at previously, to include, I think, the NYPD, the Chicago Police Department, the Wilmington Police Department, local control is all he knows. It's what he's familiar with, and he believes that with the right policies and procedures in place, crime-fighting strategies, things of that nature, that local control work.
In 2013, Missourians voted to give the city control over the department after 150 years of state control.
Well, the city of Maplewood has updated its hate crime ordinance to include stealing offenses. This comes after the recent theft of an Israeli flag at a Jewish family's home. The new ordinance raises the minimum fine to $500 and the maximum fine of $1,000 and 90 days in jail. The penalties would be applied for any stealing motivated by race, color, religion, national origin, sexual orientation, or even gender identity, as well as disability of the victims or victims.
The St. Louis Cardinals picked up a win about 90 minutes ago over the Diamondbacks, but everyone's talking about the moves the club made before the game. The Redbirds optioned Jordan Walker to AAA Memphis as the outfielder struggles in his second season. Pitcher Zach Thompson also sent down. Jose Furman and John King were called up to the big league roster. Sports director Frank Cusimano will have reaction to the roster moves coming up on 5 on Your Side at 5 and 6.
Well, the bi-state getting some failing grades when it comes to air quality. We'll show you where we rank in a new report.
Turning out the lights, why the arch is going dark for an entire month.
And he's the star of an elementary school. Meet the therapy dog, who's now the subject of a children's book.